Welcome inside the State Champ Studio for another season of Extra Innings. So excited to be here. I'm Elizabeth here with Mark Storia. We are so excited for another season of high school baseball. Mark, can you just talk a little bit about your experience in high school baseball?
Well, I actually played for 4 years at Cabrini High School in the mid-'80s, and right after that, when I was just into college, I actually started umpiring, started officiating sports, and my first sport that I did was baseball. Started umpiring baseball, and I've been doing it ever since.
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to start the show off this season with throwing it back to our last year's state champion, starting in Division 4, Riverview Gabriel Richard taking home the hardware. Mark, who do we see in Division 4 this season?
Currently, I think Marine City Cardinal Mooney is ranked number 1 in the coaches poll, but Beale City, who was actually the runner-up last year, they're always at the top. I mean, Brad Ancliffe had a great 10-year run, which he won 2 state championships and was runner-up twice. So they're always going to be in the mix. Steve Pickens is the current coach. He's picked up right where they left off, so look for them to go deep into the playoffs again as well. Okay, some other teams to look at this year in Division 4 would be Whitmore Lake, Royal Oak Shrine. They always play good baseball, and defending champion Riverview Richard. They won the state finals in 2018. They won it last year, and they always put a good product out on the field. So,
moving on to Division 3, Buchanan, your state champs for the 2022 season. What does this division look like this year?
Well, this year Algonac is ranked number 1 in the coaches poll. Detroit Edison, they had a lot of underclassmen contributing last year. They got a lot of speed on the bases. They're really well coached, so look for them to make another run at it this year.
Moving on up to Division 2, Forest Hills Eastern, your state champs from last season. Along with the Hawks, what other teams do you see making a run for it this year?
Well, as Grand Rapids Christian seems to be there year after year. You always got to look out for them. They seem to go deep into the playoffs every year. There's a team from downriver, New Boston Huron, who Phil Yancey is the coach there. He's really done a great job with them. They have a lot of good pitching, and as we know in high school, if you have 3 or 4 good quality pitchers and play good defense, which they do, you can go far into the playoffs and have a really good year. So watch out for New Boston Huron. One team they don't have to worry about is Grosse Pointe Liggett. They've now moved up in Division 2, in which they're actually ranked number 1 in Division 2. They were in Division 3 for a long time. So that's a team nobody wanted to play in years past, so now they don't have to worry about them.
Last up in Division 1, Orchard Lake St. Mary's taking home the state championship last year. Prior to this taping, they're on a 71-game win streak. So what are your thoughts about this division and that Orchard Lake St. Mary's team?
Well, Orchard Lake is just a machine. They are just quality at all facets of the game. Hitting, defense, pitching, they're well coached. Matt Petrie does a great job over there. He's been doing a great job there for a long time. But other teams to watch, Northville, they have a lot of seniors this year. They got a few Division I players. Battle Creek, Lakeview, you always got to mention Brother Rice. They're always there at the end. Bob Riker's been there since 1998. They're always in the mix, going deep into the playoffs. And another team, too, that's been really coming on is Heartland. They're a scrappy team, they're real competitive, and they have a lot of players coming back this year as well.
We're going to step aside and throw it to Lauren Plant with this week's In the Dugout, sponsored by the Michigan High School Baseball Coaches Association.
I'd like you to talk a little bit about the team you've got coming back this season. Obviously, some really solid players, some highly decorated players from just a year ago. Preseason polls have you as the top team right now in Division 2.
Yeah, all these guys have put themselves in position to be successful. I have my catcher's Oliver Service is going to Texas. My shortstop, Jaron Purify, is going to Clemson. Third baseman Preston Barr is going to Michigan. Second baseman Reggie Sharp's going to Michigan. Jack Jones, who's going to be hurt this year, he won't be able to pitch, hurt his knee in football. He's going to Michigan State. So we have some kids that are that know how to play this game, and they're going to go on to do better things once the season's over. But their eye is on the prize, and the prize is getting to the Final Four and winning another state championship before they go off to college.
To catch that full interview, just head over to the State Champs YouTube page. All you need to do is search State Champs Net. Mark, you're a high school baseball umpire. How big is the need for umpires right now in the state of Michigan?
We're actually at a crisis point right now for the lack of umpires. The average age of the average umpire in Michigan is like 54 years old, so we have to get a lot of new kids and a lot of new umpires involved with this. There's actually a camp that I'm part of called CMUC Umpire School, Southeast Michigan Umpire Camp. That's in February at Lincoln Park High School. It's once a year, and we not only train, but we recruit umpires, and by going to that camp, a newer umpire would be confident enough to start doing games at the lower level, maybe at the junior high or the freshman level. So that's what we're trying to do, but yeah, we really need to get more umpires involved. Also, it's a great way to give back to the sport that you love once you're finished playing. Not to mention the money is getting really good, and there's a huge need for it. So if you're a certified MHSA umpire and you want to work, you can basically work any day you want during the season, summertime, fall ball, everything. So.
And if you're interested, where would you go to find that information?
To find that information, you can just go to the Michigan High School Athletic Association website, the MHSAA. On that website is all the information on how to get registered. They also have the Legacy Program, which is a program where if you're in the 9th through 12th grade, you sign up with a mentor, and then you have the ability to work games up to your age level. So you don't have to start out at Little League. You can start out at maybe like the 9th grade level or junior high level, but you're working with an experienced umpire. So therefore, you know, they're not gonna just throw you out there where you just hang you out to dry where you don't know what you don't know. You're actually working with someone experienced. They're gonna give you feedback, and they're gonna get you ready to eventually go out on your own and start working.
Well, that wraps up our first episode of Extra Innings. We will be here all the way to the state finals, so make sure you guys tune in each and every week. State Champs Extra Innings is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Be curious. Make magic. Visit ltu.edu. Extra Innings is also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud sponsor of the MHSAA. The Michigan High School Baseball Coaches Association. For information on awards, clinics, rankings, and this year's All-Star Games, visit mhsbca.org. The Detroit Athletic Club Foundation Male and Female Athlete of the Year Awards. Who will be this year's award winners? Find out live June 5th, only on the State Champs Sports Network.